Alright, here I am once again. Ascension 10, Regent, final bosses. Here's the patch, beta branch. This is my third time getting to the Act 3 bosses on Ascension 10. I haven't won yet. Let's freaking go. Test subject phase 1 did not matter at all. That's that decisions coming through. I'll just take one for free. Alright, touch it. This should be a win. Keep the one that retains in my hand, I suppose, right? That one was free too, so. Intangible. Intangible. Yeah. I feel like our Astral Pulse blocks for 18. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okie day. You smooth sailing. This deck's pretty strong. This deck is definitely pretty damn strong. I think I'm actually gonna do it, because this boss is freaking nothing. This boss is nothing to me at all. Wither me all you want. I don't care. Oh, prolong. Oh, prolong. Oh my god. This guy does have a lot of health, though. I will give that to him. He does have a lot of health. Oops, that's really unfortunate. I didn't want to do that, but that's okay. Oh, another prolong! Absolutely insane. Okay, wow. I actually did it. I actually beat Ascension 10. I can't believe it. I mean, everybody says it's so easy. I've been slamming my freaking head against the wall trying to get it done. Looks like it's finally gonna happen here. It's awesome. Nice. I don't know what I'm thinking so hard for. As soon as I draw the blade again, it's over. G. Ha! And now no matter how hard they make it, I'm gonna get that achievement for beating the game on Ascension 10. Hell yeah, let's go. Oh man. Dude, I really have been trying so fucking hard. Oh, this is nice. This is good. This deck just like came together. I don't even know. I would have recorded the whole run, but like I said, I've been slamming my head into the wall. So yeah, so I started with the Perel floor 3 shop. Yeah, I'll just run through all the floors here. So floor 1, we got the Pearl as our relic, 150 gold. Floor 1, Fairy in a bottle, which was actually very important, you'll see. Skipped the reward. The shop. So obviously I needed to do something important here. Picked up the Astral Pulse, the Child of the Stars, and the Know Thy Place, and removed a strike. I mean, all 3 of those cards, Pulse, Stars, and Know Thy Place, are just really strong. So that's a really good shop to have gotten floor 3. And was able to fit a remove in, because I think the Child of the Stars was on sale. I think that's why I was able to afford everything. It was a cheap power. Nibbit gave me the Refine Blade because I knew after getting the Star synergy, but like I had removed a strike, right? And at this point, I had the Astral Pulse, the what's it called? The Falling Star, the Astral Pulse, and 3 strikes. I was like, okay, I don't have enough damage because I didn't have any cards that gave me stars besides the Venerate, and I had 2 things trying to fight for stars, right? So I was like, okay, I need more damage. So I took the Refine Blade here. Plus, it's just a good card. 13 Forge and an Energy next turn. It's pretty good. Here I picked up a Patter, which I think if I could go back, I wouldn't pick it up, but who knows. It probably saves me HP in ways I didn't realize because I would just play it. Floor 6, you take the Reflect. You have to. These Inklets did a lot of damage, 17 to me there. Because like I said, at this point, I still really didn't have a lot of small attacks, so it was hard for me to chip through the Inky. If we had Phantom, if this was Phantom, I don't even know if I live, to be honest. But, yeah, getting a Reflect here, huge. Because with the Child of the Stars that I already had, that's just a lot of block. Upgraded the Venerate, because like I just said, I only have 1 Star Gen card, and now I have 3 things that need stars. So I was like, okay, I need to upgrade the Venerate. And this was a really scary, like, Act 1 was scary. You're gonna see these HP totals. I barely beat Frog Parasite. And I actually cannot lie to you. I had to save scum this because I forgot the animation takes so long for the frog to explode that I forgot the Sovereign Blade would appear into my hand, so I ended the turn with 2 energy, but the blade... But I didn't play the blade, right, because it popped up after, and I could have killed one of the parasites immediately on the pop turn. So I did save Scum there to redo this fight, but I didn't change anything process-wise. If I had just slowed down the first time, I would have been fine. But anyways, yeah, so that happened. Had to use the flex potion. I popped the frog on turn 2. And then killed one of the parasites on the turns it popped, and it still almost killed me because, yeah, the deck to this point was just not really very good, to be honest with you. Like, it really wasn't that good. Getting the fencing manual is huge. Definitely huge. Underrated. This is such a good relic. Starting off each combat with a 2 energy, 20 damage blade that retains is just super strong. And look at this. Because I had the fairy in the bottle, you remember that? Remember when I got this fairy in the bottle first combat? I don't rest. I just upgrade because I'm like, fuck it. If I die, I'll just revive. You know, I'll get basically more health from the revive than I will from the rest. So why not just upgrade? Upgraded the Know Thy Place. Because removing the exhaust is huge. And then the relic here was the Whetstone. Trash. It just upgraded strikes, which I immediately transformed one of them. But look at this event. Dude, this event was crazy. Look at this. Transform 2 strikes into a big bang and a hidden cache, immediately solving my star problem. Immediately, like, this floor saved the run completely. Absolutely insane. Because I still really did not have a lot of star gen. It was just the Venerate still. But this floor changed everything. Absolutely insane. And then I lived, did not pop the fairy in the bottle on the effigy because now I was chilling, just completely chilling with a reflect and a big bang and the refine blade. Like, I had enough energy and star gen to just go crazy style with it, right? So I live the effigy, still have the fairy in the bottle, and I get a Captain's Wheel, man. Captain's Wheel is so good. Oh, the ship relics are so good. And then because we still, again, I don't care that I'm at 2 HP. I can revive. I upgrade a big bang because getting the start immediately, like starting off on the right foot, was just so important with the deck at the time. Because it really just didn't have a lot of pop. Didn't have a way to get going fast. But, you know, if you can get that refine blade off on turn 1 because you big bangs, like, that's huge to keep your energy cycle going. Reptile Trinket ended up really not mattering at all, I don't think. And then here we go. Slippery Bridge. I had to die here because I think the first option to remove was the Reflect. It was like something that I definitely could not afford to remove. So I had to die. And then the next option it gave me was the Defend, which is fine. I can remove a Defend. I already have a Reflect. I've got the Child of the Stars, but my block engine was already there. So fine, I'll remove a Defend. Upgrade the Child of the Stars because we just healed from the fairy in the bottle. And the Act 1 boss, the Kin, we dominate this shit. And the Kin gives me a Decisions, which is a card that I've really not really taken too much because, you know, you think about the landscape of Regent and it's like, what do you actually want at Decisions? And for me, this run, it was Reflect. Absolutely. It was Reflect. It was Refine Blade. I never found a Bulwark, which would have been nice too. Never found a Smith, which would have been nice. But I kind of sleep on decisions because there's not a lot of excellent gets with it. But it was clutch this run, so maybe I have been really just like undervaluing it super hard. Tezcatara, Ancient Relic. I just took the 4 upgrades. You know, I didn't want the Toasty Mittens because the deck was already really small at this point. I think it was only like, it was still in the teens. We were under 20 cards still going into Act 2. Uh, and the cookie basically let me have the whole deck upgraded, pretty much. The pumpkin candle, I thought about it, but a lot of the cards that I had, like I already had the Big Bang innate, right? The upgraded bang. Plus, I had the refined blade. Like I felt like I was getting enough energy. You know, I didn't need the pumpkin candle so much. So I took the upgrades, and it, I don't know how much that mattered really. I think getting the extra cards drawn on decisions was nice. You know, the extra forge. I mean, they were all good upgrades, right? So Hopper was chill. I don't remember this fight being anything at all. We kill him. I skipped. I never got a second refine blade. I just never felt necessary. You know, if I was cycling so fast that it was enough to just scale off the one. You know. Um, yeah, took no damage against the tunneler. That's always good. Again, skip all these because the deck at this point was just flowing. Like I think I skipped a lot in the early act too because I was just killing things. You know, I took 10 damage on the Toad just from an unlucky draw. This was still before I fully had, like, I mean, you'll see. No damage versus the Avicopter is kind of nice. And I took the Spectrum Shift here, and at the time, and a few combats afterwards, I was worried that that was a misplay, but, and I think it probably would have been if I didn't get, look at this, no damage on the Obscura is also crazy. But that's the power of decisions. You know, decisions really helped with these two fights. I remember that absolutely. Um, Took a glow. It was Star Gen, which I still needed a bit more of, and draw, which is always good. So I took that. Um, yeah, shop. I took the Seeking Edge. I don't really know why. I guess at this point I was just worried about Decimillipede, I guess. Like, Seeking Edge is just good. It's good against Decimillipede. You know, my whole plan here is just scaling Blade. I didn't have a lot of other small attacks, and you look at the deck, it's really just Astral Pulse and the Rotten War and the fucking Falling Star, right? Otherwise, I was just bladed up. Kind of crazy that this strategy worked, but it did. It definitely did, clearly. So, yeah, so in the shop I was like, okay, well, if I'm going all Blade, might as well get the AoE so I can solve Decimillipede, solve Knights. And the boss was Crab, so I was like, okay, I definitely am going to need AoE in this one. And then look at this. I turn 1 kill Decimillipede with a Potion of Binding, specifically because I had the Seeking Edge. You know, you get the 20 attack blade from the fencing manual. Seeking Edge brings it to 27. I think I refine bladed, and with the vulnerable, that's all you need. That's enough damage. You just one hit. And then the reward, Tyranny. Tyranny basically made it so that this Spectrum Shift was fine, because if I didn't like what the colorless card was, I just exhausted. No big deal, right? No big deal. So that was really clutch, and the Pen Nib also really clutch. I don't think I have to explain why Pen Nib is good, but it came in extreme handy in a few floors, you'll see. Game Piece. I don't even know what that is. Oh yeah, when you play a power, draw a card. Dude, when I got this was when I was like, holy shit, this run could actually win. Because at the time, I mean, I had so many powers. I had the Tyranny, I just picked it up. I just picked up a Seeking Edge. I already had a Child of the Stars. I had the Spectrum Shift. Like, I already had 4 powers. Perfect card to get. Especially because it helps cycle. Like, the whole deck just helped cycle with, you know, I was able to get my decisions off within the first 2 turns, basically every combat, because each of the powers was cycling. Crazy, crazy strong pickup. Entomancer was fine. I I don't remember how this fight went, but I'm pretty sure he was just not a problem. I don't even think I decision to reflect or anything. Like I just have memories of just chunking him down kind of little by little, and then big blade once he was at like half health. Or no, wait, did the I'm thinking of a different run. Yeah, I don't remember how I killed this guy so easily, but I did. Upgraded the Tyranny to get that in my opening hand because I think Tyranny is just so strong. You want that draw online as soon as possible. No damage from the Slumber Party. Uh, I don't even remember what that encounter is. What even is that? um, I used a fire potion. I don't even. I didn't use a fire potion. I just got rid of it. I don't even remember what that encounter is. But okay. Prism is cheese. Prism is like not that hard. Getting the lunar pastry off of it though, plus the second reflect. Like the lunar pastry was crazy to just smooth out and basically make sure I always had enough stars for the decisions or for an extra reflect. Like unsung, really clutch card or really clutch relic. Just an excellent pickup. This didn't really matter. Strike getting turned into a Rod of War didn't really matter. Whatever. And then I upgraded the Spectrum Shift because 2 energy for this card is tough, but 1 energy is a lot easier to just fit in, especially when it cycles because of the game piece. So that was a big upgrade. And then Kaiser Crab. This was looking a little sus, and I'm going to be honest, I accidentally lined up the pen nib with a big blade that just one-shot them from like 160 HP. But I didn't realize I had the pen nib set up for that when I was doing it. So that was luck. I cannot lie. I had to use a power potion. I believe I got a what's the one? It's the power that scales your blade every turn, like Forge 4 or Forge 6. I can't remember what that power is called, but it was that one. Got another Big Bang off of it. Obviously, you see a Big Bang, you click a Big Bang. It's the most clickable card in the game. It does everything. It's so good. And then on tanks, I thought about Crossbow for a bit. Meat Cleaver would never really cross my mind. The deck was already pretty small. And I had no more strikes, so I didn't really want to remove anything. Yeah, I ended up taking Throwing Axe, doubles the first card played, right here, of course, because I already had the Big Bang, so I was like, okay, at worst, it's just an extra Big Bang, and that's usually what ended up happening. It was just 2 Big Bangs. Sometimes I forgot and it was 2 Tyrannies, but it was mostly 2 Big Bangs, which is just so good. 0 damage taken on the Sculptor. 0 damage taken on Scrolls of Biting. Like, the easy combats we just mop up. This trial was so stupid. Both of the options would have gave me a doubt. But one of them would have transformed. One of them was 2 card rewards. And again, the deck was so small, I didn't want to transform 2 defends into some shit that would be worse than a defends. Like, I don't know what would have been worse than a defends, but I mean, maybe I should have just picked the transform. I don't know. Whatever. My thought process was, at least I can skip the card rewards if I don't want them, whereas the transforms I'm just stuck with getting some bullshit. So I don't know. I probably still should have transformed now that I'm thinking about it, but it's not a big deal. It didn't really matter. 0 damage Owl Magistrate. That's always a fun time. That's always really nice. We're just skipping card rewards too, because the deck was. I mean, at this point, I don't even think I added. I think I added 1 more card after this. Yeah, just the Spoils of Battle. So the deck was done at this point. Like, I was just mopping things up. I took the Clumsy, got a Vajra, didn't matter, who cares. Upgraded the Glow because there were a couple times, like, I would notice that Glow just feels so much better to play after the Razor Tooth. That extra star does actually make a big difference, so that was a big upgrade. Regal Pillow didn't really matter. I mean, I ended the run with so much health, it didn't matter. I only healed here, so it didn't matter. Upgraded a Reflect. I don't think that mattered either, really. I picked up a second Child of the Stars here, which was nice, and I removed that doubt that I got before from this one. So that was cool. Second Child of the Stars was nice. Definitely nice. Turns your reflex into blocking for like 30 plus. It's pretty ridiculous. This one I took the damage to upgrade to randomly, and I'm not sure if that was right. I maybe should have taken the max HP, and then instead of healing here, upgraded. But I still had an elite combat, and I knew I had the pillow, so I was like, even, you know, just in case I take a bunch of damage, I want to be able, I don't know what, you know, now that this is another moment where I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know why I did that. I should have just, I think it was always right to just take the HP. Because I have the bang, right? I already had a bang upgraded, innate, and a tyranny, so I was going to get my draw. Like, I think it would have been fine, but whatever. The deck was rolling, so I didn't want to mess with it. I just took the damage. Yeah. 0 damage against the constructs, like, took the spoils of battle, because in my head I was like, maybe my foraging isn't going to scale quite fast enough. I'll just throw an extra forge card in at the end. I was a bit worried about phase 2 test subjects, but Night Gang, this one was slightly sketchy. It doesn't look it based on the stats, but there was a turn, the deck got down to like 10 cards, a little, maybe even under 10 cards, and I etherealed away like a 60 plus damage blade at one point, so it was a bit touch and go, but I was able to use the attack potion to get a bombardment, which is the perfect card. Like, again, I got so lucky through this run. The bombardment was huge. It went off, I did it on turn 1, so it went off every turn. I mean, just definitely did a lot of damage, because I exhausted way too much of my deck. This could have been super dangerous if I didn't get a bombardment there. But, yeah, picking up the red mask. That extra, you know, turn 1 insurance. I don't know how much it mattered here. And then, yeah, you saw this. So, that was that. First ever A10 victory. In general, first victory with the Regents. Obviously, people are saying Aeon Glass is too easy. Probably true. The game's still in beta, but I'm proud of this. I am, because I never even beat Ascension 17 on in the first game. So so this is cool. Even if it's still easy, quote unquote, for like top players, it's still hard as fuck for me, man. So hell yeah. Like I said, no matter what happens, I'm getting that achievement for beating A10, even if they make it impossible, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What a run. This game is so good, dude. This game is really just incredible. It's like, I can't believe there's so much they're still gonna add. Like, that's really the craziest thing, is that there's still so much they're planning on adding. I've barely been playing the other characters, because I've just been Regent-pilled. This guy's, I mean, he's so fun. But now that I've got the A10 monkey off my back, I can kind of sink my teeth into these other guys now, too. So that's equally as exciting. Yeah. Hell yeah. Woot, woot.